I'm glad to see you survived the year. I managed. It's not been easy, but I managed. Just about, anyway. So, let's go to my lair. Let's go to the fox's den. The sonic place. The sonic place. The fox's den. Yes, indeed. Oh, sorry. So, how you all doing? You all good? I hope you're all good. I am glad to be with you today. It's really the first day that I felt up to dealing with any of humanity or its noisy doings. So let's get rid of this dude. Yeah, highly entertaining as ever. And I'm amazing. So should we just start you off with a little music? Oh yeah, so 2022, it's full of happenings, full of wonderful happenings. I've got things to show you quickly, updates and stuff, but we must consume and be playable, away from the pain. Right, I'll play one of my favourite guitars. Let's do something about the overexposure. We can't have it not overexposed. You know what I mean? Alright. See if you can guess where this sound, what this sound is coming from. In the back of the old fridge, sitting next to a sandwich, 99% fat free, but it killed all my family. Oh, that's for Keith and Matt. We should get together and do that at some point. Do the old set full of, like, you know. string, so that's the end of that one. Alright, well, that was... God, I'm going through strings again at the minute. I'm having another bloody string snap in my face. Well, that was my venerable Fender Champ on full valve steam, giving it the big un. Anyway, new guitars. Yes. The Golden Goose, bought off of the wonderful Malco. This fucking guitar is absolutely fabulous. Now, I have done so much work on this fucker over Christmas, and I've got this whammy perfect. There's absolutely no wobble now in the whammy bar. Every little movement I make here has a effect. So I've got it working perfectly. It turned out I had another whammy bar, and that didn't fit either, like a really worn out black one. And but the parts off of it put onto the silver one, and it all works plummy lummy lub now, and that's just brilliant. I'm chuffed about that. I love this guitar. I love the colour. I love the shape. I love the oddness. I love the work that Malco did to it. Malco, mate, thanks so much for this guitar. I really am fucking grateful that you held on to it for me as long as you did. And, you know, you did work on it, you know, that you went above and beyond, mate. I'm really, you know, I love this neck. You went above and beyond, and I love the guitar that you have supplied to this studio. You know, having the Floyd Rose sound, well, a floating trem sound, because Taylor would do it. It's so important. I didn't, you know, it wasn't, you know, it's like not knowing how thirsty you are until you drink. It's like I did not know how fucking much I needed a Floyd Rose until I had one. It's that little bit of movement and stuff. There's a lot going on. There's a big low end on these. They're just great for thrash. There's a sound there that, you know, I don't like. I've been trying to nail the Slayer tone for fucking ages, and I got really close, and I just couldn't get that little extra bit. As soon as I plugged this in, it was like, oh, I get it. It's the fucking floating trem. That's the bit that was missing, you know. Anyway, yeah, so what do you think? The Golden Goose. I know that's what you're really excited to see and hear about when it comes to heavy guitar sounds and getting Slayer tones, right? Right, am I right? God damn it. Look at this. This is the latest addition to the arsenal. What do you think? What do you think? I've done some work on it. I've made it mine, basically. I'm not going to go into it too much, but like you'll see that it's different from the picture in the thumbnail, and you know, the pictures that I've published on Facefuck and all that. Oh, find me on Facebook, by the way. I see that I'm getting lots of new reviews on the Black Tooth Fox sort of fan page or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, shit, that's actually better than that. Yeah, there's no way of doing it, I can't find a good angle. Hang on, give me a minute. No good angles for Timmy Toots. Oh. And there I was just about to boast about how natural it all felt. Right, how about this? Let's give this a whirly-girly. How about that? Maybe. Yeah, sort of. That'll do. It'll have to do. See. Right, so now unbelievable. My first real guitar was a Flying V. Great story behind that. It was an Antoria Flying V, so that would have been, is it Matsumoto or Fuji Gengaki? I don't know which one of the two. Malco, did you watch that thing about the Musashi car? If you're well into Japanese culture, if you don't already know, you probably already know, but looking up Musashi, not the ship, although the ship's fascinating, the link that I sent you this morning, but the person where they got the name, like the actual real Musashi, fascinating character, like makes fucking King, Arthur look like a right fucking bellend. But yeah, so trick with Flying V is just to have two straps. You have like a sitting down strap and a standing up strap. Anyway. Well, I'm sure you got better things to do than fucking watch me struggle to play Slayer riffs, for fuck's sake. But yeah, I love this fucking thing. I absolutely adore it. So it's a set neck, locking tuners. The first locking tuners in here. It's Tone Pro's fittings. Really good fucking circuitry and whatnot. An interesting fretboard material. What do you say to that? Yeah, I like it. I got it cheap. I'm gonna play it to death. Anyway, I have to say, my first real guitar, Flying V, and I feel so comfortable on it. It's like it's exactly where everything wants to be. One of the things that really attracted me to the V, that first one, which I had a mate of mine had put money in, and I'd got a guitar called a Bozo. that was like similar to sort of like, you know, same sort of shape as like the generic sort of Japanese Les Paul double cutaway alikes of the late 70s and 80s, like your you know, your Washburn Hawk series, and you know, your Ibanez artists and shit like that. It was neck through, 24th fret, big deep D-shaped neck with quite a narrow string spacing, but it was all like, you know, really sort of exotic hardwoods, and it had like a preamp circuit in it. It was a wonderful guitar. Everyone that picked it up loved it. Big Norm from Goliath, but amazing guitarist, the heaviest guitarist in the south of England. Like he loved that guitar, and he would pick it up and be on it all night every time I come around. So the other guitarist in my band, Russell Brown, if you're watching, my brother, love you. Best of luck to you and the family for 22. He had bought a new guitar as well. We'd both been, you know, I'd been using a K Les Paul and an Axe, and he'd been using a Marlin Sidewinder, and we were both, you know, we were past the point of no return with our shitters. Nothing wrong with my K Les Paul, but you know, I sold it to get the deposit for a Gordon Smith Explorer, which never happened, and so I was stuck with this Axe, and which was Andy Kelly's guitar. Bless you, Andy, if you're watching, the singer in the band. But we muddled through, but we both got new guitars at the same time, and he got this, like, I got this Bozo, and he got this Antoria Flying V, and we'd had them for like less than a week. We were jamming all night, you know, and a deep and a long jam, and then at the end of the night it was like, oh, sure, we'll borrow your guitar for giving it back tomorrow, sort of thing. We swapped guitars for the night. That night, I mean, I was up all night playing that Flying V, and I thought, I'm going to ask him if he wants to swap in the morning. So I walked down to his house in the morning, and I didn't take the guitar. I had a fucking hard case, not that handy when you got a V, kind of stuck with this one. And I knock on the door, and he's got my guitar in his hands with his guitar strap on it, and he's playing it away. And before I had the chance to say, do you fancy swapping, he was like, I really want to swap, do you want to swap? And so we did, and the thing is, both of us, people had put up money to help us get our guitars, and they weren't happy that we'd done that, but we were really happy, and I loved it. The thing what I loved about it, right, if you can see from where you're standing, that's all there is. When you look over the neck, like when you're actually playing the fucking thing, right, there's nothing there. It's just the neck, it's just the neck, it's just the neck. It's like everything is there for you to play. And it's like, I find that nothing's getting in my way. You know, it's like, this is a bit high, because I'm using it. But it's like, everything's just so, like my elbow just sat there. And I always know where the ends of it are. More than with any other guitar, I'm always acutely aware of where it is. I can't put my fucking finger on it to explain. But it's like, I've only had this a couple of days. I got it, it's Monday now, and I got it on Saturday. No, it's Tuesday now, and I got it on Saturday. It's Tone Tuesday, and I got it on Saturday. And I feel I'm massively more comfortable with this than any other guitar in the room already, which is odd. And I love it. I've got no idea really what it is. I mean, top contenders at the minute, I've gone through every fucking possibility, and top contenders at the minute are like Stag, or fucking Harley Benton, or somebody like that. But I actually, you know, don't know. Okay? I thought it was a Schecter at first, but I'm pretty content that it's not. But then it seems too high quality for any of those other brands. But the thing is, you never really know what they're knocking out. Like, they're surprisingly sneaky. But there we are. It's a fucking great guitar. I absolutely love it. It's an investment as much as anything, you know, the price that I pay for things. You know, I started to worry that this was like an addiction, an unsustainable addiction. But right behind my head there, right, I paid 30 quid for that. I mean, I bought the snakeskin strap and that guitar for 100 quid. The snakeskin strap 70, that 30. That's a 2.5 grand fucking Manuel Raimundo proper flamenco guitar. I mean, like, this, it might be an addiction, but most addictions cost you money. Like, you know, there's not a single thing here I couldn't make a bit of money on. Right, let's finish out with something for Malco. Malco's just got himself a wicked RGX 121, Yamaha RGX 121. Just want to point out a few things. It is exactly the same as this, except this is gloss, not satin. Satin and matte aren't the same thing. Matte has no reflectivity. Satin has a certain degree of reflectivity. Okay, so yeah, machine heads. Okay, those are the machine heads, and these are original. That's what come on it. Okay. So yeah, gold fittings. All right. So that's what it is. Okay, I haven't changed a thing. Okay. And so, like, for whatever fucking reason, this ERG 121 is just a little bit more end-possioned than, like the one that UMount tested and then painted and got loads of viewers for the review when it was normal and then didn't get any for the painted one. I think that's down to titles, mate. But I think yours looks better. That satin finish and the black parts, I think it looks cooler. But I think this is, I don't know, maybe this is cooler. Because gloss, I kind of like gloss. And gold fittings, it kind of looks, yeah, you know. But ain't they fucking great? I'm content to leave it because, you know, I've got straps for that sound. I don't like the mod you did. I mean, well, it's good for you, but I'm not, I wouldn't do that. I guess it would be kind of cool to have a coil tap, but I can't be asked. It's like I like the humbucker coil setting and the humbucker coil setting. They're kind of important settings for me. So let's play you out through the little champ. Yeah, I fucking can't put this guitar down. It's like the body shape is kind of smaller than a Strat. It's just everything's so there. You know, this is like a fucking Jackson soloist or an ESP Horizon for like fucking whatever they are new. This thing is 200 quid new. Huh. Wow. Nothing wrong with that. Right, single coil. I've got to say, I don't mean to diss that mod because Malco's mods are fucking awesome. Like, he does some awesome stuff, like especially when he starts getting inventive with the crazy pickups. And I'm not really into gimmicky shit like that. I'm quite conservative for all my love of madness. I'm kind of quite traditionalist, really. But he does the thing. Malco does the things, right, that people that have dumb ideas think of doing and never do properly. Or people that can do those things properly won't do them because they won't work and blah 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 blah. Malco is a fucking genius because he has both those things. He has those crazy lunatic ideas and then executes them properly and makes them work. I have to say, as a guitarist myself with a studio and a massive enthusiasm for guitar tone, I consider Malco a bit of a find, yeah, a bit of a gem that I found, because there's somebody that'll do the sort of work that other people won't, and has capabilities that I don't think other people have. Malco, I salute you, my friend. And like I say, I'm fucking made up to fuck with that Golden Goose. Thanks so much for that, sorting that out. Well chuffed for the Marshall that I'm looking at right now. Yeah, brilliant items. Gold and black amp to go with a gold and black guitar. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'll be keen to know what they are exactly like together, because like they look exactly the same. The horn shapes are the same. I thought at first yours was a little sharper, but it's not. Like they're just slightly sharper than a Strat. I'd call this like a sort of a passive super Strat, not like a active super Strat. I don't know, like there's two types of super Strat. It's like the more I wouldn't say this is a Stratocaster because I can't do the things that I do on a Strat on it. So it's not a Stratocaster. To me personally, this is not a Strat. You know, it's like a Les Paul is not just a two humbucker guitar, right? One of the things that make the Les Paul what it is its circuitry, its control layout. You know, these things are hugely important. Its top, its arch top. Same with the Strat. The Strat is so much more than just fucking 3 single coils or whatever. You know, it's that control layout. It's that strange control layout and switch system and tremolo and string trees, you know. I was saying it to the guy that I bought the V off of, like, you know, one of the reasons I like the Strat, you know, I don't really go for hardtails as much, you know, is because I like, you know, like film grain. You can have like perfect digital camera and it's got, you know, it just does, like, it's perfect optics, right? Or if you look through like a pair of, like, you know, good field glasses or, you know, a telescope, great optics. But with film, especially like 16mm, you get film grain, so there's a texture. There's like a texture to the look. Some guitar tones are like that, and the Stratocaster is like that, because you've got, you know, the rinky-dink strings at the back, making all their crazy noise. You've got the fucking string trees, these Heath Robinson inventions, okay? You've got a lot of things that rink and dink about, and they create sonic artifact, and this is like a texture. It's like a film grain, but in the sound. That's why I love Strats. That's why I like traditional Strats so much. That's why if like my one single guitar, I had to have one, would be like a nice old Strat, old as possible, as vintage spec as possible, as 50s spec as possible, even if it's brand new, with a humbucker at the bridge, okay? So like, the 3 controls be like, no tone, tone, volume. So no tone on the bridge is straight burn through. But yeah, this Yamaha I found it very difficult to put down. This is going to be like a real songwriting guitar because all I do is sit and songwrite on it. It's like, also, because of its H+H configuration, it's got like those sounds on there, you know, the very basic sort of sounds of a Les Paul and a Strat. So it's like I can get an idea of what sound I want from this. This is like a starting point. You know, it's like I'll be in that single coil mode, if that's the right sound, you see, and then I'll think, oh, I'll use a Telly or a Strat. Or Chris's Dan Electro with the lipstick pickups. And I love this sound here, which is, you know, position 2, which is the coil and the bridge humbucker. I love that sound. That's why I couldn't go for that mod myself, like for me, no. Right. Music is fun. Mr. Clemens is a fucking awesome dude in Germany. I would love you to check out the Music is Fun channel. He does proper honest reviews of a sincere and authentic nature. He's a rare gem and a lovely dude. A really nice dude. He made the terrible mistake of accusing me of using a looper. And we all know how that will go. You know, I mean, I have slaved for years to get this sound, which is like the 2 guitar sound, so it's like, you know. And yeah, as soon as there's a looper on stage, undercuts that. People will never know or appreciate. I'm probably overthinking this, of course, But like people will not. It's like the two guitar sound is what I pride myself on, and it's the one thing where I have a big ego about it. 'Cause it's like I've worked so hard for it. Like it was impossible. Like it was an insurmountable wall at first. And I had a friend, Inchy Boy. He's in Roadman, my song Roadman. He features in it. My old friend Inchy Boy, and he was like a 4 foot nothing Irish redhead, little bloke. Drank gallons of fucking excess of his own body weight in cider every day. Total fucking alky. But amazing fucking musician. Like an amazing musician. And he taught me so much in my formative years. About attitude, if nothing else. Attitude and respect for music, if nothing else. About serving music. Him and his lovely wife, Gog. They were just the most lovely fucking people I'll never forget. But he could do that finger picking, that two guitar sound, and I was just mystified by it. And I was like a year into playing at the time, and I had a big K Dreadnought that was like a double scratch plate, almost like a Dove, but like double scratch plate kind of thing. And I had my electric was a K Les Paul, so I had like two black Ks for my first two guitars. It's like I've always had pairs. It's weird, but yeah, it was such an insurmountable wall. I just couldn't see that I would ever be able to do it. And it's been it's been over 30 years now, and I would like to think that I make it look easy, but I'm very protective over that two guitar sound. And also I'm irritable because I'm ill, and like when you sort of say things typed online, you don't get any of the tone, and it's like my sarcastic tone that I get when I'm speaking. It's not as offensive as if I write down what I'm speaking, but anyway, Jim McAndrew, Trauma Blue, buddy, I fucking love your music, and the things you say are so nice. Like your compliments are too much. Like they're too much. I fucking appreciate it. Like what you say, and it means an awful lot. But dude, you're a fellow warrior, man. There's nothing I can do that you fucking can't. Dude, you're spinning in space. I love your sound. Problem Child. Devon, I think that's your name. Bless you, my friend. Thanks for your comments, and you watch pretty much every video. I think you always comment, and I wish you all the best for 22. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about this. Let's have a blast for 2022, shall we? And I'll call it quits. Mark, if you're watching, I love you, man. Chris, if you're watching, I love you, man. Both of you. Well, we've got to get together soon. Mark especially, because I'm going to end up having to buy a fucking mixing desk otherwise. Because I need the phantom power for my condensers. Like I'm putting it off. Like I needed it like months ago. I'm putting it off now. So we're going to have to get together and get this deal done. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the new acts. I'm really fucking happy with it. I'm a bit annoyed that I snapped a string on the telly, but fuck it, I've got plenty of guitars going on. Right. I will see you when I see you next. Happy Tone Tuesday, Mr. White.